Need advice? Taco Bob to the rescue. Time for Ask Taco Bob.
On 101.1 WJRR.
We are Orlando's rock station. Ask LCTB is brought to you by Petty's Meats on State Road 434 in Longwood, just west of I-4. And I was a bit afraid this was going to happen. I had caught wind that the Life Coach was angry with us. We were out last week on vacation, and apparently there's some... Oh, there he is.
Huh?
Hello, LCTB. Welcome. I was just talking about Petty's there on 434 in Longwood, one of your favorite places.
Love Petty's. Not so happy with you. You got some explaining to do, bud. Came in here last week, choppered all the way over, and you guys are nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, I was just explaining to the listeners. I had heard through the grapevine you were a little irritated. I
heard through the grapevine you were on vacation and didn't tell me. That's a DM, bro.
My apologies, LC. I thought the guy I worked with had taken care of informing the client partners.
Nope.
That we were going to be out last week. And
don't worry, I utilized my Spanish skills over on Roomba.
Huh?
Yep.
What?
Hola, ¿qué tal? Me llamo Bob. Soy un entrenador de vida. That means I'm a life coach, and I answered their listeners' questions. Their ratings are way, way better than these little piddly rock stations, though.
Well, I know that.
You ever wanna?
We're kind of a niche format over here.
Anyway, I'll let it pass this time.
My sincerest apologies. You know that's not how I normally conduct business.
Yeah, blame it on the partner, huh? Anyway, yeah, thank you, Petty's Meats. You rule as always. I'll see you in a little bit for the usual. Cold draft beer, complimentary. Some big fat ribeyes. All right, listener questions. I can't be upset with them.
How did I'm just curious, was there a difference in the type of help that was sought by our co-workers over there at Roomba?
No, problems are problems.
Same kind of deal, just in a different language.
Yep, totally. LC, I'm having trouble meeting a good woman. It doesn't seem the old school approach of meeting them at the library, grocery store, or bar works anymore. Any suggestions? There was a lady a few weeks ago that was looking for a good man. Remember, we told her to go to the hardware store, and so maybe you can go there and find yourself a good woman, or you need to get one of them apps where you get nanny on it. You know, not a nanny, where you get poo nanny on it. That's the way to go now. It's the apps, okay?
It's a dating app, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you're the religious type, there's Christian Mingle or something like that. LCTB, the other day while backing, my mind was running. The other day while backing my car out of the driveway, I hit and squished a lizard. I know it's probably not a big deal to most, but to me, I took something's life. Easy there, Pat. Shouldn't he have heard me when I started the car and scurried off? Let's see what you bite your tongue over there. Some people are sensitive, whether, I wasn't going to whether there's lizards all over your state or not. It's like the Florida, it's the state reptile. Some people get sensitive like that. Now on to our future client to help him or her. Have you ever seen a lizard with ears? No. That's because they don't hear. They hear with their tongues. They use that to sense. They eat insects with it too. That should rile up the reptile world. They get them texting in a sec. They do not feel with their tongue. For the record, if you ever do see a lizard with ears, contact me. I'd make a fortune selling that thing to the circus. Come on and see Lobster Boy and the lizard with human ears. Just picture a lizard with human ears like this. If he could, and not the gecko from Geico, where they can get you 10% or more progressively. Instead, if he could guess weight on top of it at the circus. Morning, LC. I would say something about bearded woman, but that's just the norm now. Good morning, LC. I have 2 roommates that don't want to pay to live under my roof, but I don't have the funds to get rid of them legally. What do I do? That sounds like a question for the comedy lawyer.
Boy, you're
you
loaded for bear this morning.
It's really, now you got me fired up. It's really not expensive to head up to the hardware store and buy. All you got to buy is 3 new door handles with new locks and then new deadbolts. You do front door, back door, side door, and it's going to be hard for them to live under your roof if they can't get under it.
Quickset is your friend.
Yes, definitely. You can get 3-4 knobs for $100, something like that. Maybe window locks too. Get yourself a alarm system while you're at it. I've heard of a couple good companies. One for sure.
Can't imagine who that might be.
You and your family for a little, just about $1.50 a day. LC, the other day, the guys were talking about things that attract mosquitoes. Is it true that mosquitoes don't bite you out of respect? Yes, but that's somebody else's line. They don't bite me or the most interesting man in the world out of respect. If you remember him, remember Dos Equis?
That's got to be one of the all-time marketing blunders ever.
To get rid of that guy?
Dismissing the most interesting man in the world, then try to replace him with a younger, more worldly type.
Somebody did something similar for a bad move, considering, pertaining to a beer company, but we'll move on. Anyway, yeah.
Our niche is getting even nichier.
Me and the most interesting.
Literally by the minute.
Speaking of nichier, I don't get itchier.
Careening down the rocky embankment.
I don't get itchier because I do not. Somebody's texting in about farmersonly.com. Don't get a lazy broad. You go to farmersonly.com. FFA for life, man. Yeah, but me and the most interesting man, we both have that trait. I also have skin so soft. Not so much the product. You want to touch it? I have skin so soft. Come on. Feel it. No, you want to.
Do you?
Yeah. What?
You don't have a spa day, do you?
You know what Mama always said? Mind your own business.
Wow.
LC. Wow, dude. Life Coach. Okay, that one's waiting. LC, after listening to Bon Jovi's song Wanted Dead or Alive, how is it that he still drives dead or alive? How is that possible to drive dead? Okay, settle down. It's a song. It's an overplayed one. Anyway. They can say or sing whatever they want in a song. It's like Madonna singing Like a Virgin, touched for the very first time. You think that hot dog down a hallway hooker remembers the first time? Absolutely not.
We got a listener on the Facebook Live wanted to know if you've got a BWO sticker on the Sikorsky yet.
It's already on the chopper, one on each side, big blown up like they do on logos on NASCAR cars.
Oh, you got a custom paint job.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we're getting all confused up in here. We got time for one more, right?
You're good. You're actually really good on time here. I wanted to make sure I carved out ample time because I felt that there was a tongue lashing coming.
Life Coach, Life Coach, what do you think will be the monetary currency? I think that's redundant, monetary currency. Anyway, what do you think will be the monetary currency that the colonies will use on the moon? Simple, moon rocks. Because not pop rocks. Those killed Mikey with some soda, allegedly. He liked life. Not too much because he ate moon or pop rocks.
True.
Scratch the moon rocks, actually. Because then we'd create a deficit. And, you'd have to chip away at the moon to get more moon rocks to pay the deficit. And before you know it, there'd be no moon to live on. And you'd be kind of like that guy's non-rent paying roommates.
Did you see they discovered caves on the moon?
I heard that.
LC?
I heard that.
Yeah.
That's from that old first guy that's swinging a golf club up there. He swung it a couple too many times. Or swung it, whichever. Need your help, LC. It's a divot. That's what they call Need your help, LCTB. I started taking testosterone.
Caves, not craters.
Started taking testosterone and I find myself getting aroused all the time. especially at places like the grocery store, which is quite embarrassing. This is more common than you think when it comes to taking tea. All you have to do is just talk to your doctor about lowering your dosage. You just mentioned, getting a stiffy in the cereal aisle. Nobody, besides Mikey, nobody would have done that. There's odd conditions out there. I have a client that used to pleasure himself to women on the real estate flyers. You know, the ones that come in the mail? I mean, the irony, one comes in the mail and he's on it.
Oh. Look at this property value.
2.5. Tell me it has a pool. I can picture you in. All right, we got to go, dude. Hey, I can't yell. It hurts the. Donnie, we got to get going. All right, I'll quit yelling. Sorry.
Where are you headed?
Betty's.
Okay, all right. Welcome back, LC. Glad you're here.
Thanks.
My apologies again. I hope you can find it in your big open heart to forgive me.
If we didn't get to your questions, don't worry. They'll be printed up for next week.
Lunch and Tacos commercial-free Workday Rock Block coming up.
Lunch and Taco. On demand, download the iHeartRadio app.
This weather report is